One of the things that really kind of hit me about history is that history is about the whole reason that we study it, the whole reason that we have a record is so that we don't repeat the mistakes of the past that were negative, that were hurtful, that killed people, that caused things like genocide. But on the other end, it's important to highlight and understand and educate everyone about the silver linings in history and the happy moments and bring those about. And those are things we can repeat. We can do better. But one of the things that I also figured out by studying history is that oftentimes when humanity is at its worst, there's always somebody there who makes a tough choice. And that choice really asks you the question, who am I? And you find out really quick who you are in times of war or genocide or anything like that. And I found out a lot about myself that I would have never known about myself as far as who I am and what I want in life and what I care about, because of the depression that I went through and having come out of the other side. And it's important in those moments to find the spark of hope, even if you feel like the end is near, because there are so many reasons that someone should have to live. But the number one thing is hope. And I look back at when I was depressed, and I realized if people can survive things that dark and terrible, I can get through my depression, was kind of how I thought about it. And all you have to do is put one foot in front of the other and talk to people, get help, and listen. And there are people who will listen. And there are people, good people, who will do things to help you when you think that your world or your life has ended. There's always a silver lining. And it's hard to find, it's hard to see. And it's not always in the experience, but rather in the reflection on humanity's cruelty that we find the people in that moment who find out who they are. Because they changed the world. Maybe it was just for one person, but they weren't bystanders. They didn't stand there and let things happen. They came up with solutions. And the biggest solution was that the buck stops here. Personal accountability and responsibility are really important for a lot of people to realize. And integrity is a big deal. However, you don't have to be liked to have integrity. Sometimes an opinion doesn't go well with your audience, but as long as your choice did something for the good, that is one of the most important things to write down and pass it on.